this is the second video on marketing blunders, and let's focus on Dow, one of the most iconic brands of recent times, which came up with the new age marketing, or rather 21st century marketing for the second decade of the 21st century, if I may. So they were very revolutionary in their approach in marketing. The typical concept of beauty was something of a controversy right throughout the marketing history. We used a lot of Caucasian women, models, the women whom we do not meet in our real life, women who may not be having in our own homes, right, for that matter. The photoshopped images of the beauty was the key part of average marketing in the world. Well, Dow is a company that changed all that, right? Take a look at some of their advertisement videos. Always take a look at their advertisements to understand the sense and feeling.
Strange that in a country of 631 million women, there is still only one face of beauty, when there is so much more to be admired. Let's break the rules of beauty.
From the outset, right, the Dow was for all sizes, ages, shapes and nationalities, ethnic groups, everyone included. So the white Caucasian look was not the look that Dow was looking for. Dow, actually, it's a key brand connected to a global multinational, Unilever, and that created waves through this approach. And take a look at the other one. This is a pretty eye-opening video that Dow launched. That the women basically think that they are less beautiful than they actually are, whereas, okay, take a look at this. May take time, right?
The San Jose Police Department from 1995 to 2011.
I showed up to a place I'd never been, and there was a guy with a drafting board.
We couldn't see them, they couldn't see us.
Tell me about your hair.
I didn't know what he was doing, but then I could tell after several questions that he was drawing me.
Tell me about your chin.
It kind of protrudes a little bit, especially when I smile.
Your jaw.
My mom told me I had a big jaw.
What would be your most prominent feature?
All right, so take a look at these videos later, because it's a longer duration and you can better watch them in your leisure later. So the video actually harps on the idea that the truth, literally, women think that they are
Jobs we apply for, how we treat our children, it impacts everything. It couldn't be more critical to your happiness.
Do you think you're more beautiful than you say?
So the Dow was kind of trying to make the female identify, look, you're more beautiful than you actually think you are. And Dow as a product is not for men. Generally, the market is for the females. And check this video by Dow, and they find, which this is completely true, right? Being a man, I know, we actually think that we are better looking than we actually are. Men normally think that they are better than they actually are, right? So watch these videos. It's a funny one. And it's a reality, true. I know that for sure. And we are overconfident about our beauty, and women tend to be less confident about how they actually look like. Now take a look at this one. This video was a pretty timely one, and it was, harping on the modern generation of the mobile phone, in the hand generation. We people Photoshop their images a lot to look better, right? We take selfies and we adjust, we modify, and Dow, in their campaigns, they were continuously,
Isn't
kind of making women feel, right? Look, you look pretty, you look awesome, right? It's the very first cosmetic brand to do so. You're great the way you are. So that was always the Dow's way of promotion, and much of the advertising was not on models. They used natural or other normal women who were not models in their marketing campaigns. All right. So all that high quality ethics aside, Dow also made some mistakes. So this is typically Dow, right? Any age group, any size, shape, ethnicity, all that. So no other cosmetic company done what Dow has done, has never gone the way Dow has gone. So it's fat, fit, flowed, flawless, withered, wonderful, grey and gorgeous. It's a very revealing and revolutionary and extremely appealing to a modern world, the way that Dow went about their campaign. Alright, so this is it. For too long, beauty has been defined by narrow, unattainable stereotypes. So true, right? It's time to change all that. This is their brand statement. This is how they position the brand. Dow believes in real beauty, comes in many shapes, sizes, colors, and ages, which is the truth. The truth that our advertising does not show. So they went for real beauty. The very first company in the world to do so, very first brand in the world to do so. Right? So they made a huge change in the way advertising works in the world today. Let's think, talk, debate, and learn. Yeah. Dow campaign had an impact on the world, not just in UK where Unilever is based, but all over the world. Now there are so many brands that follow the lead by Dow. In their marketing, especially in the cosmetic industry. But then there were the downtimes. The first one was this. It was a picture actually. It's an advertisement of a black woman, kind of taking her t-shirt off, and out comes a white woman. So the purpose of Dow was, kind of show that they are not they're kind of technically colorblind. So that was the idea. But again, the massive mistake in communication. Start black and end up white was a terrible, terrible, terrible tragedy for Dow. Unilever said that ad was intended to show the diversity of real beauty. But anyone can understand the backlash, right? And now you have the social media, something that you did not have in the 1970s, 80s, 90s. A mistake like this could really hurt the image of the company. It did, right? They didn't start white and end black. They started black and ended in white. It was not taken lightly by so much of Dow's customer base. This is another one. They came up with 7 shapes of bottle. Take a look at it. Dow limited edition body washes celebrate beauty and diversity and match your body type. Now take a look at it. There were 7 types of the containers that Dow came up with. Actually, they were in the market already. They wanted our body shape to match the shape of the bottle, right? 7 sizes. And this comparing a female figure to a bottle by a company that worked very, very hard to come up with the natural beauty, the real beauty, and very revolutionary marketing. Again, it's a huge error, right? How do these errors come from? Bad, because people are marketers can easily be tone deaf. Can you cut the brand into 7 sizes, or world of females into 7 sizes? Even if that's the case, right, to compare them to an inanimate object is a really bad thing. That's what the general world does to women, right? And this kind of black white divide is there. You can't just erase it off the minds of people. So being tone deaf onto the market, being very insensitive to the realistic feelings of the people, and thinking too high about your product, right? Thinking that whatever you do, you can get away with it, right? These are the things that could result in these kind of mistakes. Sometimes a marketer may let down his guard when he has a successful campaign. The second one, he may go easy, right? Poor research, poor analysis, poor critical thinking results in this kind of terrible mistakes. So these are, the world will talk about these blunders for decades. Dow may want to forget, but the world will not. Especially the brand has to be careful. Any brand. Now take a look at this video. So the video was Choose Beautiful. I'll play the full video. Watch it carefully.
It was my choice. And now I will question myself for the next few weeks, maybe months.
We had an option of 2 pathways to walk, and they led to 2 doorways. It was a bit confronting, actually, to be honest, to see these big signs and feeling like you had to choose and be self-conscious of how you perceive yourself and perhaps if it lines up with how the rest of the world perceives you.
I went through the average door.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I didn't even hesitate.
漂亮对我的概念来说，就是像明星那种遥不可及的那种。我走的是一般。
Mas eu acho que é mais porque eu me arrependi da escolha, porque era diferente do que eu vivo, é diferente do que eu sou.
Am I choosing because of what's constantly bombarded at me, what I'm being told that I should accept, or am I choosing because that's what I really believe?
I walked into that door with said average and I didn't feel really good after that. Because obviously I had rated myself average and nobody else.
Todos os dias eu passo pela porta comum e ontem foi um dia único e eu optei por passar pelo bonita.
I wanted to go through the average door, but my mum just pulled me over to the beautiful door.
It was quite a triumphant feeling. It was like telling the world, I think I'm beautiful.
I just wish more young women realized it.
要是再给我一次机会走那扇门的话，我觉得我应该会选很美的扇门。
I think I would walk through the beautiful door.
Acho que a porta bonita tá completamente aberta para mim.
Maybe I could walk in that door.
You can.
Next time I look into the mirror, I will see somebody really beautiful looking back at me.
Beautiful is a great word. So why not see what's on the other side of that?
This was a great strategy, mind you. The Choose Beautiful campaign of forcing women to kind of come up with a choice, like, the average. I mean, technically, the women would look at this great and the good and average. Would women look at themselves in these two extremes? I'm beautiful, I'm average, or I'm good looking, I'm awesome, I'm superb, I'm whatever, right? Cutting the entire female group into two groups, beautiful and average, was a risky strategy, but it is kind of an eye opener. So marketer would have done a lot of research on it, and kind of would have spoken to lots of women and listened to the way they spoke about it and all that. And when they ran the campaign, they found out that the most women would choose the average option. So very few would go for the beautiful option. So that was the campaign that Dow was trying to target on. Look, you're not average, you're better than that. We make you feel that way. But overall, it was a disaster. The women were offended by the stereotyping of them, giving them the two options only, average to beautiful. So it's a pretty, a tough choice to make, two extremes. And it does clash with the branding that, the real woman. In reality, right, the real woman is beautiful, right? You don't have to go into these two extremes. And yes, it did fail with the brand statement, and women did find it offensive, the entire campaign. So see, even the most well thought out, this is not a less research campaign, it was a very well researched campaign. I'm 100% sure about it. The marketer would have come up to great lengths to do the research, and he would have had a really tough time convincing the company that it's a right campaign to do that, because it was a pretty much of a challenging campaign to choose beautiful campaign. But you have to accept it was a marketing bungle, or rather marketing blunder, because the value proposition, the brand statement, the key aspects of the thing was not there. Why wasn't it there? Because the two options given, that means average to beautiful, right? So it would make the woman feel uncomfortable as opposed to being comfortable. This would be a great part of a research by a university or something, how women think about themselves. But when you try to do it through a marketing campaign, the possibility of you miscommunicating it to the brand is very, very high. So this was technically a research being done in the open, and it was a terrible tragedy, mistake on the part of the Dow campaigning. The story says that the manager had to resign, the marketing manager, because blunders like this, right, could hurt, damage image thoroughly. So poor communication of the message. The message is good, but it was not you cannot communicate this kind of research and content into a marketing campaign. That is the challenge. Okay, see you in another video.